Hello everyone, this is Destiny Nakato from Pollinate Holistic Learning Center. So I'm going to talk about Brooke Kidani as milestones while he was here with us. So I want to talk about Brooke's fine motor. I'll tell you that Brooke has excellent fine motor skills in terms of his grip, pencil grip. He knows how to hold his pencil very well. He has excellent skills in terms of using scissors. We could incorporate a bit of cognitive skills in such activities where he has to cut while following lines, different lines. You'll find that he has a wave-like line, a zigzag line, he has a straight line, and Brooke is very well capable of using his scissors and is very excellent with that. We've had activities like lacing and tying. With lacing, Brooke needs a little bit of prompting, verbal prompting, in order to lace properly. This is in terms of putting his lace in his shoes. He will need verbal prompts. But when it comes to tying, he also knows how to tie the first note of his shoes. So we were still to extend that class if we still had time with him. But at least he has learned that the first stages, at least you'll see that there is a little bit of effort and him trying to do the task independently. So with more time and more practice, I'm sure Brooke will be able to do this. Then we had another activity to do with his visual motor integration, and this was brought to him in a way of shading within boundaries. You'd give him a rainbow, other pictures, and he's tasked to shade within the boundaries, and Brooke has been able to do this properly. There are other tasks to enhance his fine motor skills and bilateral coordination, and he has been challenged to write with both his hands, and Brooke has shown excellent skills with this as well. There is another activity which combined both gross motor and his fine motor at the same time. This was an activity that involved spooning and walking on bricks at the same time. This was to enhance his body balance and body posture at the same time. So you'd have him balance out objects on spoons and walk on bricks at the same time. This was challenging to Brooke in the beginning, but as of now, Brooke is able to do this activity. So we've had another activity where Brooke has been encouraged in role play, like, him acting out different occupations or different professions, and one of them is a doctor. So we brought him toys, or like toys that are like how can I say, they're toys but they're in format of doctor set, the tools used in hospitals. So you would find that Brooke is playing with these toys appropriately. You find that if it is only a syringe, he's using it for the appropriate work. The stethoscope, he's also using it for the right work. So you'll find that he's playing the role very well. And then we had to go through the whole doctor set with him, and he was able to identify each object. And Brooke he enjoyed this activity very well, and he enjoyed the role quite very well as well. Then we have had other activities to do with his math skills. We've had subtraction and addition, where we did this with a little bit of prompting at the beginning, but right now Brooke is very, very, very well and able to do his maths. That's in terms of subtraction and addition. Then we had other activities to enhance his language and literacy. So we did this in a way of word formation, like him being able to form words from cut out cardboard letters. So he arranges, we also, during this activity, we brought in other objects, the real objects, like you could say things from around our environment, or things that are in the kitchen or around the household, toys. So you would find that we are having maybe leaves, cups, plates, shoes, toy animals, and Brooke is able to form words from these alphabets that are cut out from cardboard, or the movable Montessori alphabets, and he's able to form words and match them to very real objects. This has widened Brooke's vocabulary and also enhanced his expressive language at the same time. Then we've had him moving around the compound for his, for a sense of knowing things around his environment. Then we've seen all things around our environment, but then we went on to breaking it down to just an independent object in the environment, all living things that are in the environment. So basically we had broken down a tree into its parts. We had the stem, the leaves, the flowers, the fruits, and we had him move around while having cards with the parts of the plant. So he was able to stick each word to the part of the plant that he can identify. At the beginning, he couldn't identify most of the stuff, but at the time, he can identify the branches, the leaves, the fruits, the flowers, and we also had to dig out the roots so that Brooke can be able to see them as well. So yeah, that is from that side. Then we have had another activity to do with texture exploration and discrimination, more of sensory integration, where we've had him match textures in a way that he has to feel textures in a balloon. We feel different textures in balloons, and then we expose the textures on plates in front of him. So he's able to feel what's in the balloon and then match it to the texture that is in front of him. And at some point you need to cover his eyes, and then you mix the textures, and he's still able to tell you what the mixtures are. Then about his feeding, Brooke had how can I say it? He had very few foods that he would like to eat, but at the school he has been introduced to a multitude of foods or different foods, and now Brooke is able to eat very, very many different foods that he wasn't eating in the beginning. For example, meat. He never used to like chicken. Now he's eating it. He didn't like ades with injera. It was really hard to feed him ades and injera, but now he's able to eat. We've had a variety of fruits here at the school. We've had jackfruit. We have had sugar canes. We have had cucumber. We've had tomatoes, carrots, and all these various fruits have been introduced to him, and Brooke is very well conversant with them. Lastly, I would like to give a little bit of recommendation in terms of Brooke's learning. Brooke is more of a practical learner. He loves to do things practically. So whatever classes that have been introduced to him, it's more of practical, where he's not just sitting in a classroom and it's just nothing practical. Brooke is a child where you move around, you make him explore, you make him see the things that you're actually telling him about. So he really loves to learn that way. And I'm not saying that he's the type who won't sit in class. Yes, Brooke will sit in class, but he loves it more when things are practical and are more visual to him, and he's actually touching and feeling and exploring different things. Also, Brooke likes toys. He really likes toys and bricks. So it excites him when he's doing his work, when he knows that at the end of the class, I'm going to have my toys there. I'm going to play with my teacher. He needs a lot of excitement in the class and energy and enthusiasm. So he really enjoys his class while all those key aspects have been enrolled in it. And also timing is also key, where he knows that I have come to your classroom, more like explaining to him what he's going to do in the class. So he's aware that, oh, I'm coming to this classroom and I'm gonna do reading, I'm gonna do a little bit of writing, and I'm gonna do a little bit of that and this, and then after that class is over and I'm gonna go do the next activity that I am supposed to do, be it lunch, be it break. So he's more concentrated in that way, that he knows the schedule or the plan, the lesson plan, so he's willing to sit. So you even show him, oh Brooke, we said we are going to read, we're done with reading. Oh Brooke, we said we're going to do this, we're done with that. Like presenting to him the list, what the activities that you're going to do in the classroom. So he knows, and he's not anxious, he's not knowing, or he's not asking himself questions of when's the class going to end or stuff like that, or it getting boring for him. regardless, or rather than that, I'm just so happy that I have had a chance with Brooke. I will miss him so much. We love him.